I get a bunch of questions on my kids' race cars, and I kind of want to try to answer a few of them. First off, these are called mini Dwarf cars, and they are scaled down versions of a Dwarf car, and a Dwarf car is a 1/5 scale of a 30s and 40s American hot rod. So first, these cars are raced by 5 to 13-year-olds that race in two different divisions. It's 5 to 8 and 9 to 13. As far as the mechanicals of the car, both my kids prefer the go-kart style steering. They do have like a 2-to-1 or 1.5-to-1 manual rack you can get, but my kids prefer the responsiveness for cutting in and out of slow traffic of the go-kart style steering. I built this whole car. I built from scratch. I built all the front end geometry. Everything is I built completely from scratch. We are allowed a front suspension, and these I run the AFCO QM2s, which I like them. They can get kind of pricey. Between the shocks and all the different spring rates, you can easily be $700 into a set of shocks. So it's probably the most expensive item on the car. And I run, on both my cars, I run the same shocks. And I also have 20 or 25 different spring rates. As far as the interior of the car goes, these cars have all the same safety gear as a full-size race car. Full containment seat, 5-point harness, window net. They run a removable steering wheel. This drive shaft is, I wouldn't say collapsible, but it's got like 6 inches of spline to be able to collapse if the driver ever had a front end collision. It wouldn't send the shaft into the driver. That also does is it helps because it's connected to the front front axle right there. It actually absorbs some of the movement of the axle in that spline, so that way the steering wheel isn't moving all around. But the safety gear of these cars, just like any full-size car, can get really expensive too, as far as the suit, your neck brace, your helmet, and everything. And they run all the same safety gear as a full-size car. The only thing they don't have is a fire suppression system. As far as the motors go, we're allowed a 6.5 horsepower, either GX200 or Predator 212s. I have a whole bunch of the Predators. I don't know if there's a power difference. I don't think there's a power difference. The difference in them is the quality of the castings and just the longevity you get out of a Honda. But I replace these things so often, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's worth it, especially since these engines are 3 times the cost, or maybe even 4 times the cost of a Predator 212. Some tracks regulate what sprocket, drive sprocket and rear sprocket you can run. Our track does not. I run various different sizes depending on track conditions and what track I'm at. If there's banking, no banking, how fast the track is. We're allowed some modifications. We can have at our local track, we can run 18-pound springs, a CO1 cam from Dyno Cams, and an aluminum flywheel from ARC Racing. It does give 8 degrees advance on top of stock timing, but mainly it's just a safety item. Our rear axles are live axles, solid. They're supposed to be solidly mounted to the frame rails. These are the cheaper style hangers. They're not like adjustable. The next 2 cars I build will have like adjustable hangers, and these are nice, ceramic bearings. They're just not adjustable. Our cars run hydraulic brakes. And like I said, you build pretty much everything. That tank, I buy the tank. It's like a coolant reservoir I buy on Amazon for like $40, and I weld on this nipple so I can. I weld on this port so you can put a nipple on there. And currently, I don't have a valve on there, and I usually don't like to run valves because valves sometimes are like a choke point and like a clogging point. So what I do is I just have some. The hemostats, like the ones you get from like the doctor's office, and I just pinch the line. But yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer them in the comments. So, all right, thank you.